Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Well, come along. It's card show day. Let's get it. What is good, everybody? As you can see, we're on the road. And you know when we're on the road, that usually means we're heading to a card show. You know, the first show of the year, and we are heading over to Fairfield, a little ways from where I'm usually at. But this is one of the bigger shows located at the Solano Town Center Mall. I think this is the second time I've been at this location. First time was ironically for the same card show here, but I wasn't actually vlogging or filming anything at that time. We're gonna be spending a little bit more time this go around. And for those who have been subscribed or have been viewing the videos on my channel here, you know we usually set some goals heading into a card show. Just something like kind of like goals slash challenges that we can kind of hit or accomplish for today. Now these were somewhat come up on the spot for these goals that I have in mind. Obviously there's like those spending challenges where, oh, here's a $100 challenge, $500 challenge, 1K challenge. But you know, sometimes we all don't really have the funds to spend as much like that, and maybe hopefully will appeal to some people watching. There's a Raising Cane's here. Oh baby. Challenge number one I have is looking for somebody that's on the top falling list in terms of card value. If you haven't used this app called Alt, they categorize a list of cards. I'm pretty sure on a daily basis. It will let you know whose value has been the highest lately and whose value has been the lowest or who's been dropping. Obviously the top value ones, you're gonna see stuff like Jaden Daniels, who's been red hot, like just players like that. But we're gonna look for the people that have values have been dropped significantly to a point where it might be time to buy now, if anything. Now going through the list, I'm usually focusing on basketball and football mainly. So we see here in the basketball section, we have Trae Young, who could be a potential good buy. I mean, this guy's led his team to the Eastern Conference Final. Even focusing on the ladies side, I noticed that Paige B from UConn, who a lot of people I've heard have been saying that she could be like the next hype in terms of Caitlin Clark. Football, Tyreek Hill. Wow, he's like second on the list. That's actually kind of interesting because he might possibly go to a new team this coming off season. So he's an interesting name to look out for, as well as some rookies are in here too. Bo Nix, as well as Caleb Williams, #1 draft pick. I know everyone is going after and raving about Jaden Daniels, but hey, Caleb Williams didn't have too bad of a season. He has a new head coach. Hopefully, maybe he might do wonders for Caleb. And CJ Stroud. It's also kind of crazy how CJ Stroud's value has gone down significantly as he's on the bottom of this list. I think he'll bounce back in this third season. Goal number two, and this is actually something I kind of just came up with last night. Lunar New Year is actually just coming around the corner at the time of when I'm recording this. For those that don't know, I am part Vietnamese. Hopefully I did not butcher that. You follow like the year of the animals for Lunar New Year. This year is actually the year of the snake. There are actually football cards that have like snake skin parallels. I don't even care what player it is, if we can just find one snakeskin like version of like a card, because you don't really see like cards like that out in the wild too often. So if we can find one at this show, I would be very happy. Third and final goal that I kind of want to accomplish here today is pretty a simple one, honestly, and it's stay positive. More so stay positive in terms of our income for today. I have quite a bit of stuff to sell, but I'm also going to be looking to buy stuff as well. The main point is hopefully by the end of the show that my profit loss margin for what I sell and buy today is actually in the positives. Otherwise, we're here for a good time, for a good show. I got my coffee, I'm waked up. Let's just go inside for ourselves and take a look. All right, before we head inside, I do want to bring to attention kind of what I'm wearing today. Not necessarily the team merch that I'm repping today. The more important reason I wanted to bring this up was kind of the shirt I'm wearing underneath it. So this is for showing support for LA, the fire department, and for helping out with the fires that have been happening in SoCal. I couldn't really imagine for myself if I got burned down and I lost all like my belongings or stuff I couldn't even take back with me. I know there's a lot of resources you can help with, either donating money or supplies down there. I'll leave some links down below if I remember, if any way you can help out with the causes for the fires and stuff like that. So check it out. That's a dragon scale, not a green one. I don't think that's a snake skin. I think that's dragon. I see a zebra and a tiger, but no snake. I found a giraffe and another tiger stripe. No snake skin though. Found one snake skin, but it's a PSA 10. It's $200. We're not looking for PSA 10. We just want a simple, raw snake skin that's decently affordable. I might get the shade and sharp though. Alright, so there's a John Morant snake skin PSA 10. Now I said I was looking for more raw cards for this challenge, but since that is the draft picks version in his college uniform, I don't think it will go for crazy. Maybe it might, it's a PSA 10, but John Morant. But he's also one of the guys that were in the top fallers when we were looking up in the alt app. This technically could be also knock two birds with one stone goal right now if we do that. But we'll take a look maybe later on and see if we'll check comps and see if it works out or not. The only thing that kind of sucked was he couldn't find a comp, so he won't sell it. I tried to offer him like 125 or something. He won't sell it, so it's a tough break.
Anything?
Maybe the Kobe White snakeskin.
Comps, it was probably around like 37, 38 bucks.
So I assume you're pretty firm on the 40?
Here, let me see. Let me check something out.
Yeah.
We can work something, brother.
Okay.
I'm always flexible. I can do 30 if you like.
30?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. I'll do it.
Sounds good, man.
Shit, man.
Yeah, brother.
A YouTube as well or whatnot or anything like that?
I have one Instagram right here. So
Okay. I got you, bro.
Marco,
nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Appreciate it. Not the most glamorous card, but hey, can't complain. You don't see that very often. We got what we need to get done, so that's the important thing. Do you know how much you're selling the Puka patch from Flawless?
I'm asking $250 on it.
Are you doing any buying or trading?
Yes, sir. What you got in the case?
We'll take a look.
Hit me with the counter offer for the Puka.
I don't even know what it goes for, honestly. Yeah, I don't know if I can pay that high, just only because like recent comps are pretty down on it right now. There's one on the 24th that sold for 75, and another one sold for 73. Yeah, you can take a look. I know you paid more for that, so that's why I know if you didn't want to let it go, I would pay 100. But I know that's a loss still for you, but that's how
taxes, that's 100.
It's up to you, but I get it if it's like
it's 130.
130.
You're paying a little bit over. I'm not losing too much. I paid one. You buy comp, you'll find it on there. It's 133. I think after taxes and all that, it came out to 55 or 60. There's none for sale right now. I know that. Those are the ones that we sold.
Right.
So those are all gone. You have one right there in front of you.
I think 120 is the highest, unfortunately. Yeah. So I mean, that's
dice roll 120, 130, and you gotta wait 2 weeks or a week for it to get your card here. It's right there in front of you.
If we do a dice roll, I'd rather do 110, 130.
110, 130.
Yeah, if we do a dice roll, that's the only thing.
You're already losing $50 at 160.
Yeah, it's just because
110 what?
110, 130. I mean,
how about the 150 I'm asking and 110?
That's too much. That's too much for me. But I know, I get what you're saying though. I know you paid. I know that's how much you paid, and I get that too. It's just like I feel like I don't want to overpay what it's already currently at right now, anyways. So
your offer is at 120.
Either 120 or we can coin flip at 110, 130.
Instead of a dice roll, just be in the middle, 125.
Let me come back to it. I'll think about it though.
120?
Yeah, I'll come back to it just because I'm not gonna lose sleep if I don't get it, to be honest. But I'll think about it though.
120 if you want it, but think about it.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Like I said, I have a big 3K card that I need to pay off for, so
yeah.
I need to sell, so I need to hustle. Yeah, 110.
110? Okay. It's fine. I'll do 110. I got you, man.
I'm Andre, man. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, bro.
We'll be able to do some deals later on.
Feel
free to take one of my cards or one of my stickers there.
Okay.
On the backside, it'll lead you straight to my Instagram. I'm hoping we can make another deal later down the line.
For sure, man. Thank you, Andre. Appreciate it.
Hold on, man. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
So I might be interested in one of the Caleb's.
Okay, for sure. Let me look this up real quick.
Okay.
What's your asking price here?
Probably closer to 100 if possible.
And then on LeBron?
Oh, yeah. They're like 40.
40? 140. So
Yeah.
140 for both.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you were firm on this price, but I was thinking of possibly that. If I have like 140 and 160, I don't know if we would do like an even, or not even swap, but like a trade with $20, me adding $20 on top of
I'll do
that.
that.
Could I do that?
Yeah, I do that.
Cool,
Traded
man. Sure.
Caleb for Dalton Kincaid rookie and LeBron James and $20.
Cool, man. What was your name?
Victor.
Victor? Nice to meet you. Thank you. All right, so I'm technically in the negative, but I have a bunch of stuff I can sell. We always know the guys we can sell it to, so let's see what we can get.
I like it. All right, let's see what we can figure out.
It's also a Gold Dragon scale out of 10, if you want that.
I like that.
And then if you like a 1 of 1,
Why opportunity? I do like. What's jaded? God, I'm scared to even look. I bought a Prism rookie today at like 45 value. I'm like, I felt disgusted. But if he wins,
I know if he wins, it's like,
yeah, 80 and 85.
Someone did offer me 80, I will say earlier, so.
Somebody offered you 80? You don't want to take it?
I don't know, I thought about it. I know, I thought about it, yeah. But if he wins, like I said, if he wins, it's the same thing.
Wins, you better sell it before.
Yeah. All right, so just want to give an update post-show. So during my deal with Ant, of course, the battery on my camera died. Yes, I did have a backup battery pack. It was in my car though. Car was parked a little bit too far away. It's a whole ordeal. I don't want to talk about it. I was going to do a recap at the show or even in my car. I actually had to rush out of the show and get back home to a family wedding anniversary, which is why you kind of see me dressed in a different-ish attire. But if you see my previous show vlogs in the past and you see me do deals with Ant, it's very similar, and it's kind of why I didn't feel like I had to record the whole conversation if I really had to. It's really just me bringing a bulk of all my cards that I haven't sold yet at the show, and he'll usually just give me a number for the lower end stuff, and then as far as the higher end cards, we'll kind of go through it together and kind of get an idea, and we'll kind of agree on a baseline value point of how much they actually go for. But shout out to him and shout out to Dom, also as known as Stone Chase. All my cards, they'll usually buy a good bulk majority of them. So always appreciative that for helping me out and getting some little income in my pockets. As far as the goals for this show, we actually were able to hit all of them, so good start to kick off the year. So goal number 1, we were trying to find a card of a player whose value has decreased recently. We were able to pick up this nice Caleb Williams Mosaic Kaleidoscope. I believe it's either like a case hit or at least a super short print. But we'll see how the Bears do next season, especially with their new head coach, and see if Caleb bounces back in, gets his card values back up. So goal number 2, which I was actually pretty stoked about, was trying to find a snakeskin parallel of any card, player, athlete for the representation of this year's Lunar New Year for the year of the snake. We saw a lot of zebras and tiger stripes, not as much snakeskin parallel cards, but luckily we were able to find one which was pretty affordable and not necessarily the craziest card here, but we got a Kobe White black and red snakeskin. It got our goal done and it wasn't crazy expensive, so we'll take that. And then the final last goal, which we actually surpassed this by a lot, was talking about staying positive, so staying in the green, making sure when we come out of the show that we actually have cash left over and not lose cash. So I was talking earlier about the deal I did with Ant, where that's where I sold the bulk of my cards. That total came up to about 1K. So we actually had about $1,000 spending room if we wanted to use it. Ended up with a gross income total spending profit margin. I don't know what the terminology is, but our total ended up to being about 840. So we had 840 left over. So definitely hit that goal, and definitely glad that I was able to get a good amount of money back for it. Probably save it for the next card show, and we'll probably think of another goal or challenge for that. That's gonna wrap it up though for this first show vlog of the year on this channel. But before we end it, I do want to get your guys' suggestions in the comments down below for what new card show challenges should I do for this next upcoming one. Just because I can come up with some stuff, but sometimes it's just kind of hard and I don't really know if it's interesting enough. So I want to get your guys' input on what challenges do you think would be kind of at least attainable enough and doesn't necessarily break the bank, and would be kind of cool to try out. So let me know. As always, thank you everyone for tuning in and for liking the videos. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, as we are on the road to 500 subscribers. It's a small goal, but hey, any goal for me helps, and it's always appreciated regardless. Thanks for watching, and thanks for keeping it real. Peace out.
I'll show you my rarest card I got.
That's awesome.
My John Cena 101.
I like how there's a price on it too. That's actually kind of funny.